and kind of how it brought you. What was the moment that you wanted to cook professionally, as opposed to just enjoying food and enjoying eating?
But when I was young, in my, to get some pocket money in my hometown in the southern part of the Alps, it's called the Pre-Alps, is a kind of where people go to vacation, how do you say?
Resort?
Yeah, resort. And there is a lot of hotel and restaurants. So when I was young, going to school for summer, for weekends, get some pocket money, I really like work in the restaurant. It was just next door to my house. And so I was fascinated about this world and the chefs, and so I decided to be a chef.
Did your mother cook a lot? Did you have
Yeah,
the traditional
yeah.
great food at home and things like that?
Especially on Sundays, they put a lot of effort on the Sunday family gathering. And, yeah, my grandmother used to work even in the kitchen in the noble family. So my mother was a great chef, great cooks. She never worked professionally.
Was the goal always to have your own restaurant?
Yeah.
Even at that time, that was the vision, that was the goal? Yeah.
For a chef it's very difficult to own your restaurant because to put together a project you gotta have a lot of money.
It's a business, aside from the cooking part.
Besides the food. Yeah. And I guess in order to be free to express yourself, to do what you want, you gotta have your own restaurant.
Right.
So, but to put together for a young person a restaurant is difficult. So I had my restaurant over 40. So even I work in a freestanding restaurant, I work in the hotel. So, well, that has to do something with traveling. Being chef give you opportunity to travel. And then when I got here, I was 30, and then I started to meet my wife, and then build a family, and the restaurant was successful. So I could cook, as I said before, from food from ingredients from all over the world. So I work in the Ritz-Carlton. I could do, it's a prestigious place. They want to have a great restaurant, so everything was right. What I want to do, where I want to be. Yeah, my wife is Chinese from Hong Kong.
Do you find it different cooking here in Hong Kong, having the restaurant? Like, is this different? Is the menu different than if this restaurant was in London or New York, Chicago?
I don't think so.
You try to be true to yourself
regardless? I would cook here like I would cook in
the same thing.
In New York or Milan or as you say, you enjoy maybe here better than Italy, But this is this is your point of view. But if I have to go to Milan, I will cook the same because this is what I think is right to do.
Right.
So this is only.
And that's what people want here. They
That's
don't
what
want
people
the outside
all over
influence,
the world.
the pure
Yeah,
Italian
they want
food.
if they want Asian spice, they can have and maybe you have to be. Yes, you can try to do fusion or whatever, but what I like to express is more traditional, my knowledge, my tradition, and my knowledge.
What you know,
what I know, And then, of course, we can Sometimes we do. I learn how to cook Chinese food
Right.
as
From your
well.
wife?
Yeah, my wife, she's a great cook. Sometimes she cooks.
What's
You can get some inspiration of what they do. You know, the fast cooking, the deep fry, first blanch, and then fast cooking for Chinese, or they steam the fish alive. You know, almost. You know.
right?
So you can pick up some technique, some, you know, when they cook the eggplant, they steam it first. And this is good to know. You
Right,
know.
and incorporate that into
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you're already doing.
But the flavor has to be through authentic Mediterranean for me.
Right,
And then what has to say about that? You know, when they brought the tomato, the potato in Europe, you know, it's a kind of fusion already. You know.
what?
The Arabs bring a lot of technique to Italy.
Right.
So
So those techniques are not necessarily originally Italian anyway,
Right.
that are now considered Italian.
yes,
Obviously, the inspiration for the name comes from
From
the
the
Fellini movie.
Fellini.
Is there a specific reason? Is it your favorite movie? Is
yeah,
it-
I think his way to tell a story was completely new, and if you see even interview from Scorsese or big director, they his 8.5 was a very important movie.
right.
The way to tell story
Creatively, yeah.
creatively, and then he look inside us as well. You know, of course, you need to understand a bit what he tried to do with the movie, you know, what he tried to express.
Right.
But you can see every scene, or you say every small shot is interesting, you know, and then it goes inside your culture and your expression, and then the fact that you know everybody is going to crisis. You know, you have to understand what's going on when you go to crisis. So this is the movie I 8.5.
Do you have you talked about Chinese food and things like that. Is there a favorite street food in Hong Kong? Is there a specific thing that you enjoy?
Yeah,
You know,
I
when
have
you're-
a lot. You know, I go to eat beef noodles, street food. You know, in Hong Kong, you can have I think you can have the best in expensive food. You know, because this small shop, you know,
Right.
it's beautiful. You know.
And the key thing for you is the ability to get these ingredients from all over the world
Yeah,
here in
that's
Hong
is
Kong.
very key.
Instantly.
Instant.
What's the future for you?
For me, you know, I will be always close to the kitchen. Maybe we will expand, maybe not. I don't know. We have many opportunity, but I like to have the contact with the chef and with the food.
Right.
I will never put the suit on and open an office and trying to run things like that.
That leads me to another question. Obviously, at your level, this is a serious business,
Yeah.
as well as the creativity. Do you enjoy that aspect of it, or that's a necessity to have a restaurant, or is that something that you enjoy the
Where you
business
at?
part of it?
The business part of it, for me, is very easy.
Right.
The way I see, you know, you go for pleasing people on the top level, you
Yes.
know, and then all the rest comes along, the labor cost, the food cost.
Right.
I have the accounting, they tell me, no, if something is wrong.
Right.
I like, yes, I like the business point, and if my philosophy work in a business sense as
Yes.
well, this is fulfilling. Yeah,
Right.
definitely, because you cannot, you know, find restaurant everybody knows don't make any money.
Right.
But you try to at least
Right.
make it work and make it profitable.
Right. And at least the market here in Hong Kong will support the prices that need to be charged
Yes, that's
to
true.
cover all that stuff, you know.
And another great point, I'm in the business center.
Right.
I am probably one of the best corner of Hong Kong.
Right.
It's very visual, and you know, all over the world come here to Central.
Right.
So I'm in the right spot as well. I'm lucky in all the sense. You know.
And you've expanded in Asia. Is there an interest in expanding to other places, America or Europe or anything like that?
Well, maybe you wish to be everywhere, but
Right.
there is so much you can do.
Right.
If we want to have your expression, your touch.
That is pure to you.
Yes.
There's a limit to
There is a
how
limit
big
to
can
that.
be.
A painting, you make and you can sell it all over the world.
Right.
Can go. The food is only good for 1 minute.
Right.
When it starts to cool off a little bit, it's already lose the. So you can. It is an immediate product. The food.
Commodity, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the form of the business. What is it?
What do you do for fun when you're not cooking?
When I'm not cooking, I like walking. I like hiking. I go around here. It's beautiful. I enjoy food, from street food to Japanese food to French food. I play some tennis. I like to spend time with my children.